I guarantee you, being horny and being single and being Christian, you're not alone.
Welcome back to this week's episode of Staying on Top. I am joined by my amazing colleague. We're actually in the same program right now for human sexuality. This is Brittany. I'm going to let her introduce herself because she does some amazing things in the field of sexuality.
Hello everyone, my name is Brittany Broadus-Smith. I am the founder and lead educator of the Intimacy Firm, where our mission is to empower individuals to navigate their sexuality without compromising their beliefs.
Awesome. You said it way better than I could have said it. So I'm super happy to have you here because I have so many clients who are religious and don't know how to navigate like their sexuality and what that means. So I'm so curious like how your church and your congregation responded to your desire to bring like sex into their place of salvation, as you call it.
So when I first joined the church, which I joined this church after I got married to my husband.
And he's a deacon?
My husband's a deacon, yes.
Okay.
And I was like, you know, they knew I was in school at the time. I was getting my master's in social work. Mm-hmm. And they asked what my career goals are, that kind of thing. And I was like, I want to be a sex therapist. And it was just like silence over the whole room. And then, but my pastor really embraced it, and he makes, jokes about it every chance he gets. But he really encourages it. My husband really supports it. And, you have some of the older, well, we like to call them seasoned saints that are kind of leery about having these type of conversations in the sanctuary. Like I taught an intimacy lesson for one Sunday school, and we were talking about masturbation and quickies right from the pulpit. And that,
what was it like to say that stuff, like right from where you would preach other things about God?
And for me, it was no problem because my viewpoint is that it deserves to be there. Like I feel like in a body of Christ and really in society in general, sex doesn't get the reverence that it deserves.
It sounds like you have a lot of people in your community who are supportive,
right? Like
your husband and the pastor. But what about people who have been like, no?
So I haven't gotten any responses as no, you shouldn't be doing this. Mm-hmm. It's more like, it's kind of like perpetuating the problem as far as like, let's keep it in the shadows. They were okay with that discussion happening in like the fellowship hall, but like the sanctuary and the pulpit, oh no, we can't talk about sex and quickies. Like what I like to call the business of sex, like how to get the business of getting busy. We can't do that because that's private stuff. But they recognize that it's needed, but only in secret. But the thing is, you got to bring it up front. You got to. Because
otherwise, how are we going to talk about it?
Exactly. That's really what we're working towards with the Intimacy Firm. It's just sex is not bad. It's beautiful. I felt like God specifically designed, because I believe in soulmates, and God specifically designed my husband for me, so because we were compatible, so that we could become compatible in all the ways. Right. So no, I was not a virgin when he and I got married, but he is the only person that's ever been climax. Ever.
Interesting.
Ever. And I just couldn't, and honestly, up until my husband.
So in your mind, that's sort of also God's support of saying this is your soul person.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And it's like, and honestly, up until him, I felt like, is this all it was cracked up to be? Like, when I had sex before my husband, I was like, why is everybody so up in arms about this? Like, it's not even that fun.
And is that something you're open about in the congregation?
Yes, absolutely. Our church is very, like, one of our modes of operation is that we're transparent, not traditional. Mm-hmm. So we very much believe in
a great way of putting it.
Speaking our truths, and because the things like, and within Christianity, we recognize how, the enemy or Satan, he'll use like darkness to keep us bound. And
darkness is the silence.
Darkness, silence, secrecy, all of those kind of things. But being able to put it on the forefront and say, hey, I'm struggling with this thing. Now you have support around you. People can begin to pray for you. You can partner with others. You can see someone else that says, oh, I'm struggling with this thing too. Because, he'll begin to make you feel like you're alone and all those. And, like even with anything, when you, like with homework, like if I feel like I'm the only person that didn't finish a paper or start a paper, if I call you, like, did you start a thing? You're like, oh no, not yet. And I'm like, oh, thank God. Like, I'm not the only one.
She knows she can always count on me to be like, did you start this assignment? No.
No. But we're going to get it done. And then,
we do get it done.
Right. And then we spend that last week or 3 days or sometimes the night before motivating each other. Like, come on, let's go.
The class. What I've noticed is a lot of people who are taught for their whole lives, like, don't have sex, don't masturbate, don't think about it, don't fantasize, and then as soon as they, if they're waiting till marriage, as soon as they meet that partner and get married, then they're expected to know how to be intimate and start doing the business, as you would say. So, like, how do some of these people navigate that? Because if you're taught, like, shame, and then... Right,
and that's, that's really, like, the heart of what I do. Like, because, like, the example that I use exactly what you just said is that all the way up until Friday night, it's like, sex is bad, don't do it. And then Saturday night, after you've gotten married, now you're expected to, like, swing from the chandeliers. And it's really different. So we have to begin to change our narrative with regard to the conversation, because you can believe that having sex before marriage is a sin if that's your religious belief, but don't condemn sex. And I think that's right. And I think that's the problem we have. And then, because too often the things that we can't have, we want to. It makes us feel better if we, like, downplay it. It's easier to manage if it's terrible anyway. But because how can you exemplify the beauties and the joys and the magic?
Because then you want to be doing it.
Because then you want to do, like, kind of like the whole cookie jar thing. Like, no matter how many times you tell me no, I'm not going to be upset about not being able to eat a ginger snap because I don't like ginger snaps. But let it be a double stuffed Oreo, and now, like, I'm scratching and itching, like, oh my God, I gotta get it. So, too often we make sex the ginger snap as opposed that we need to stay away from, as opposed to the Oreo that if you just wait till after dinner and once you settle, you can have all promise you that you want, and it's going to taste amazing.